Hi, welcome to another Topic Tuesday. Today I want to talk about some of the labs that we run here at Source Health Center, as well as inform those about the labs that are out there for you to take if you're concerned about your health or there's some aspect to your health that you feel that the existing labs that you're running aren't really covering all your bases. We run a GI lab, which is a stool test. So can you imagine? You got to take your stool somehow and send it to somebody in a box, but it's true. What they've done now recently is they're able to find the DNA of various different species that may be colonizing your gut. As you know, probiotics, the genome that's within there is a very hot topic, especially for functional medicine, and the GI tests work really well with that. So a lot of times you may not be able to see the critter, but what's happening with the latest DNA is you can find out, hey, this is the species and that. So that it measures that as well as any type of critter that shouldn't be there, but also it could be the critters that should be in there, but maybe the population balance is not right. So if you're concerned about your gut and you don't feel like you're getting things looked into, so these the GI panels you'll find in most functional medicine places work really well. I also the Dutch hormone test I like quite a bit. It's for the adrenal glands as well as your sex hormones in some cases. In the adrenals and the sex hormones, actually the sex glands make adrenal hormones, and the adrenals make sex hormones. So they kind of help each other out. Your adrenals don't fully mature, they're supposed to fully mature when you're in your 50s, but a lot of us just blow through our adrenals just living the American lifestyle. So what's great about this test is a dry urine test. So you're at home, just like with the stool test, and you pee on these squares of paper, you let them dry 4 times during the day, and you send it in. So these labs are very good at seeing where your hormones are, but not only that, like how are they fluctuating through the day. There is a pattern for each one. What I love about this test is it'll give you the levels, but it'll also tell you that this is how hard your body's working to actually maintain that level. So you may look normal in the lab, but you may be really close to a crisis because your body's working hard to maintain those markers. Not only that, they also measure how well can your body take out the hormone, as you know, with an estrogen scare, especially for an estrogen dominant type of cancers. These are really good tests to run. Food allergy is a really good one to work as well. These are looking more than what your, what is that guy called? Allergist is looking for, because the allergists are generally looking for a specific antibody. The food allergy tests look at 2 types, and these are the antibodies that your body makes against foods, and ideally you shouldn't be making an antibody against foods, but we're running into more and more of that these days. So these are more of a delayed onset, so you may not be feeling the symptoms right when you eat it, but it could be 48 to 72 hours. So these very good labs, they cover a lot of grounds. It's a finger prick. You just pop your finger, you put it in these little dials, you send it in, and it's going to measure how reactive are you to food. You just pick the ones you're most reactive, eliminate it on your diet, see if that helps you with your symptoms. It's a really good test. We also do organic acids, which is a urine test as well. These are a little bit controversial. They're still trying to figure out how it all fits, but there's a lot of research saying it works really well, some that doesn't. But where they're strong in is how well does your body metabolize. What's great about these tests is we're getting closer and closer to possibly seeing how well does your mitochondria work. Mitochondria are those little cells that create energy in your body, metabolism. It measures your B vitamin status, as well as are you clearing it enough, these types of things. So the organic acid, also they can test, how's your neurotransmitters. Once again, controversial, but something to look into. And then of course we do blood labs here just like you do anywhere else. What we have done is we've been able to get to some of the tests that should be run sometimes, and maybe your doctor can't run them because of their hands are tied or they don't feel that it's necessary. But if you do the research out there, they're doing a lot of more testing with just your simple blood draw. Not only that, a lot of times it can be very expensive if your insurance doesn't pay. So we found ways in which if you have to pay out of pocket, it is significantly cheaper to get the information you need. So if you're out there, you want to look for those tests. If you're in an area that I'm not close to, start asking around. You want to look for functional medicine doctors, naturopaths, chiropractors, see if they can run these tests, if that's the type of way that you feel you need to figure out how your health is. So We'll see you next Tuesday.